What's going on? Good morning, guys. I hope you guys are having a good day. I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins from Your Black World, the Black Business School. And I wanted to come in for a second on the Black Financial Channel and also Dr. Boyce TV to talk to you guys real quick about something that came to mind that I thought could be beneficial to anybody in here who is thinking about money on any level. If you are a person who has ever wanted money or needed money or is trying to figure out how money works or how to obtain more money, say something in the chat. Just say me, say I. Good morning, Hannah. Good morning, Nikki Proctor Walden. How are you? From South Carolina. South Carolina. South Carolina is actually in the national news for political reasons. Good morning. Good morning, Larry and Miss Time. Yeah, let me know. Let me know. All right. So let's just kind of connect to our money spirit, our money energy today. I decided that today I wanted to be a little bit more of a black finance professor with you guys. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to put on my black finance professor hat, which is this hat, which says black finance professor. And I'm going to talk a little bit about making money and kind of one thing I observed that it seems that is sort of a blind spot for a lot of people, particularly young people. I don't know any millennials in the house, anybody under the age of 35 or under in the house, say I, say me. If you're 35 or under, say me. Let me know if you're under or over. In fact, let's do over under. If you're over 35, say over. If you're under 35, say under. Over under. Or if you are 35, you can count yourself as an under. Okay. I see over. Zabby says under. Joshua says under. Mr. Gibson, Birmingham, Alabama. I'll be in Birmingham in the spring. I don't have the date in front of me. Francis over. Todd Webb over. Music Queen over. Black Page over, Jason over, Kevin over, Gerard under. Let's see, Chadrick says under, Sheila over. Okay, I see some overs and some unders. All right, so it's okay. I mean, this is good advice for any age. And even if you're over 35, you can not only apply the advice, but you actually are in the position most likely to have a young person that looks to you for information and advice. So you can actually connect to the under, whether you're over or under. And so I'm having this conversation because I really kind of wanted to help those of you who are a little bit confused about the money thing. Here's one of the biggest things that exists in this world that just doesn't make any sense to me. You guys know I teach, like finance is my thing. And, I see so many economic problems in the black community. I see so many of us in the black community that don't feel like we are where we want to be economically. But if you think about it, give me a yes or no. Give me a yes or no. In your life, have you ever, in the public school system or in college, some of you are, $50,000, $100,000 in debt from going to college. Has anybody in this room, give me a yes or no, have any of you ever taken a class where the focus on the class was to make money? Has anybody in here in ever taken a class on how to make money? Anybody? Give me a yes or no. Now somebody says I keep asking when you come to Florida. Never, not for a while. There's not much demand in Florida, honestly. I have to go to the places where folks are going to really show out. If it can't be at least 100 people or 200 people there, then we can't really do an event there. But we do lots of digital events you can go to, you can attend. Also, if you get on an airplane, our events are worth it. People that fly to our events are actually very happy, always happy that they did it. Like our events are unlike anything else. There's nobody else really that can sort of lay it out the way we lay it out. So, okay, I see a lot of no's. I think I see one yes from Champs. Good for you. Good for you. And Zabian says yes. And I see Todd says yes. Okay. But I see a lot of no's from Derek and Sean and so Savage. Let me see. Tarnisha, no. Kenyatta, no. My daughter's middle name is Kenyatta. All right, so I see a lot of no's. Elhaj, Wendy. Elhaj says hell no. That's funny. All right, so that's the first thing. If you want your young people in your family to know how to make money, put them in a space where they're going to focus, where the focus will be on making money. Because I think about money, I think about these things. I'm like, okay, if I wanted to figure out how to make money, number one, I figure out where the money's at. Number two, I figure out a plan to get it. Number three, I'd execute that plan. Then four, I'd actually execute a plan to protect it. Those are the 4 steps to wealth in capital creation. Figure out where it's at, make a plan, execute the plan, protect your shit. You got to protect your money. When you get money, people are going to try to take it. If you can't protect it, somebody will take it. Now, here's a couple things in terms of blind spots that I've seen, and I'll share this with you real quick in terms of just free game. And by the way, please hit the thumbs up button. Please hit the thumbs up. That helps the live stream a lot. Also, we have a social media platform. If you want something in addition to Facebook that's Black owned, it's called Black Enough. It's right here on my shirt. So if you're Black enough, join us at Black Enough. It's for our people and our culture, and that's what we represent. All right. I talked to a college student once who was telling me about, the fact that a lot of their friends from college aren't getting good jobs. They said, oh, Dr. Boyce, there's articles out here about people even with PhDs who are making minimum wage. College graduates aren't making much money. My friends, I got a friend that's working at, McDonald's or whatever. And I was listening to this and I said, okay, I said, all this actually, from the perspective of an entrepreneur, it actually makes sense to me. I said, the thing about economics and economic systems and business processes and capitalism in general is capitalism is very good at being what the word would be efficient. Type efficient in the chat. The word efficient. I want you to kind of think about that word efficient. Efficient for capitalism means that they throw out the trash. Capitalist systems throw out the trash. When they're efficient, they will throw out the trash. Now, what does that mean? Does that mean that you're trash if the system doesn't accept you? No. It just means that if you add no value, then you're gone. The capitalist system is a lot like an athlete, a super athlete with 2% body fat, maybe 1% body fat, right? Anything that comes on that's fat and not muscle is going to be removed. They'll take on muscle in a minute. That's the difference between good debt and bad debt. They'll take on debt in a minute if it's muscle. But the minute it becomes fat, the minute you become a financial liability and you're not an asset, then you're gone. It's very efficient. It takes out the trash. And if you're not efficient, then a more efficient entity will come along and buy your resources and make them more efficient. So when you are thinking about ways to make money in this world, this is the best finance lesson you're ever going to get anywhere other than this platform. I guarantee you no college professor ever broke this down for you, because college professors are not typically muscle. They're mostly fat when it comes to actually making or bringing in resources. They don't even understand most of the time what it really takes to go out into the world and actually make money. They don't, the number one thing to understand and ask yourself is, am I adding value? Am I adding muscle or am I adding fat? So let me give an example of somebody who adds fat. Well, look at me. I've got 18 credentials and 14 degrees from top universities. Okay, degrees in what? Well, I studied English literature in undergrad, and I got my master's degree in history, and I'm working on my doctorate in sociology. And so I'm very smart, so I deserve to make a lot of money because I have all these degrees. Doesn't mean English literature is a bad field. Doesn't mean history is a bad field. Doesn't mean sociology is a bad field. I'm marrying a social worker. But none of those fields typically is a big money maker. A capitalist who's running a business, who's trying to figure out how to make payroll, is literally looking at you like, well, what am I supposed to do with that? But, an entrepreneur who is trying to, who has to bring money in order to survive, is going to be like, yeah, that's good, but you're adding extra weight, but you're not helping us get down the field any faster. The biggest question is, what value are you adding? How are you going to help that business make money? If you think about that first, like, here's how I'm going to help you make money. Like, if you start conversations like that, then people will be happy to give you money. People will love giving you money. People will stand in line and beg you to take their money. So for young people especially, if you want to start a conversation with somebody that you're trying to get to give you money, start the conversation with something like, I figured out how I can help you make more money, right? And just make sure it makes sense, make sure it's clear, make sure it stands out. Because here's the deal, right? A lot of times you might need a college degree to go work for an entrepreneur, but entrepreneurs do not need a college degree to be your boss. They don't need to go to school. Because they've already gotten the best college degree that there is. They got a degree in making money. They got their bachelor's degree from the universe. Like they got a degree from life, right? They went to Life University and graduated valedictorian, and that's why they're able to tell you what to do, even though they might not have gotten past high school, and you might be sitting there with a master's degree with them telling you what to do, right? So figure out how you can add value. If you can figure out how to add value, then you win. It's type this in the chat. Type adding value. Everybody type adding value so we know that we got the message through. Also, do me a favor. Please hit the thumbs up button right now. If you haven't hit the thumbs up button, please hit the thumbs up button. And I'm also talking to you guys on the Black Financial Channel, where we do daily financial news and commentary from a Black perspective. We cover the news and all kinds of stuff. Go to theblackfinancialchannel.com, THE, that's theblackfinancialchannel.com. We also have some seminars coming up in the Black Business School on how to form the perfect estate plan, how to make money as a government contractor. We're also doing an event in New Orleans, which is almost sold out. But if you're interested in any of these events coming up, go to drboyceseminars.com. That's drboyceseminars.com. All right, so let's move on. Next point, last point I'm gonna throw in here before I gotta bounce because I got a meeting to go to. There's a concept that I actually coined literally this morning. This literally came to me. See, sometimes God sends me stuff through the back channels of the subconscious mind, and I just rely on it because I think about this stuff enough. If you obsess over something enough, then eventually you become hardwired into it. It's almost like your child. Like, you know how mothers obsess over their children, so they just kind of instinctually know, like, oh yeah, he's probably hungry right now, or yeah, oh, his toe hurts. Oh, I bet that's what it is. It's his toe, right? You know what I mean? It's a newborn baby, but you know that it's the toe. It's not the ankle, right? Well, I'm the same way with finance, right? So this term that I coined today is one that I'm going to refer to as economic empathy. Economic empathy. Now, empathy, what is empathy? Empathy is the ability to sort of put yourself in somebody else's shoes, right? Well, economic empathy is basically being able to put yourself in somebody else's shoes financially, being able to understand what they're trying to do, being able to understand how that deal that you're proposing benefits them. You know, I can tell you this. Let me tell you about my email inbox. Thank you, Mr. Gibson, for your support. I appreciate it very much. His company is G&M Remodeling, Birmingham. Let's see, I see AJ James Gibson Senior, GM Remodel. Okay, I think it's at your website, gmremodel.com or something like that. Yeah, so look up G&M Remodeling in Birmingham. By the way, if you have a business, you know, just put some money in the chat and mention your business, and I'll shout your business out. That's a good way to get in, you know, to get low cost advertising. All right, so let me tell you about my email inbox. My email inbox is always full. It's so full that I barely read it because it just wears me out, and there's too much in there. My email inbox is typically full of business proposals. You know, people want to go into business with me. Why? Well, because they see that, you know, I can reach them. You know, we build a platform, we can reach over 1 million Black people a month. We've established a brand name. We have hundreds of thousands of people, you know, email lists. We have reach, basically reach. And if you have reach, then you can turn that into money. So I get lots of people, you know, who want to do business. Hey, Doc, I got a proposal for you. Hey, Doc, I'd like to do a partnership with you. Hey, Doc, you know, and I want to hear all this, but I can't receive all this, right? Because doing business with somebody is a lot like having sex with them, and you can't just be a big economic hoe. Like, you can't be sleeping with everybody, because when you sleep with somebody, you know how it is. You're exchanging energies. Somebody might get pregnant. Somebody might get raped. You know, like all these things that can happen during sex can kind of happen in business. It's not the same thing, of course, right? And you can't compare anything to rape, of course. But you can, you know, you can use terms like harassment, assault, etc. And I can think of business examples where I've gone through this, right? So you can't sleep with everybody. You got to pick and choose, right? Well, here's the thing. A lot of times I'll see proposals from people where it's very, very abundantly clear how they're going to make money. It's 100% clear. My manager reviews all my proposals, and she says, yeah, it's real clear to them. They made it real clear how they're going to benefit. We can see clearly how they're going to make money, but they don't even mention anything about how you're going to make money. You know, and what I think about with that is I think about that as economic empathy, a lack of economic empathy. You know, they didn't start the conversation by saying, you know, here's how we can benefit, but here's how you can benefit. Here's how, you know, yeah, we're going to make our money, but here's how you're going to make your money. Because the truth of the matter is that, you know, if you're an upstart, if your business is just getting off the ground and you come to me with an idea with no money, no time you put into it, nothing's built, no infrastructure, then you're basically saying, hey, Doc, here's a whole bunch of work we want you guys to do, and we're going to share the money with you. Well, if I'm an established entity, if I've already spent 10 years, 12 years doing all this work, building an infrastructure, I don't want to do that. I don't want to start all over again. I'm not trying to go to ground zero again and start with nothing and then spend another 5 years trying to build something up. So a lot of times, you know, you like to work with people that have something they're bringing to the table. Maybe they're bringing a bunch of capital to the table. We got $50,000 we're ready to put into this. All we want is for you to help us to market this. Maybe they're bringing labor to the table. We've got a team of 4 people that are going to work 10 hours a week on this, and they're getting this done, and they're going to test it out, and then we'll bring it to you when we're ready. Or maybe they can say, for the last 3 years, we put this amount of time into this. We built it up to this point. It's already generating revenue. If you jump in and you become the booster, like you come in and you drop in, your power, then boom, it'll take off to the sky. It's making 10 grand a month now. It can make 100 grand a month if we had some marketing support, right? And then we'll give you a cut of that revenue, right? Deals like that make sense because everybody's bringing something to the table and everybody's adding value. Everybody's bringing muscle, and and the fat is kind of minimized. So the term economic empathy. You about to go to work, babe?
Yeah, I'll be back tonight.
Okay. Well, give me a kiss then. I don't care if they're watching. I don't care if everybody. Y'all mind if I give my woman a kiss? Do you? All right, love you.
You got lipstick on.
We're talking about empathy.
Oh, okay.
She's gonna laugh. She's a social worker and a therapist, so the term empathy is important. Yeah. So let's. All right, bye, babe. Love you. So economic empathy is the ability to put yourself in somebody else's shoes economically, and to come back and say, this is how you're going to benefit. Here specifically is how you're going to benefit from this proposal, and we're going to make this happen for you. Because if you don't do that, then what's going to happen? People are going to say, well, yeah, I see. Okay, so you're saying to me, imagine, like anybody, ladies especially, but imagine if somebody's like, yeah, I want to have sex with you, and I'm really going to enjoy it. And then I'm going to, it's not going to last very long, because I'm going to just be there for as long as I need to be to get what I'm looking for. And then I'm going to just kick you to the curb and send you on your merry way or whatever. And I might rape you, right? Like that's not a good pitch. Is that a good pitch? I hope that's not a good pitch. If that's a good pitch for you, then you probably need therapy. But that's not a good pitch. A better pitch would be to say, here are all the things I can do for you. Here are all the things that I can, I can make you feel good. I'll make your toes curl in the bedroom, whatever you want. But then on top of that, I'm going to treat you well. I'll take you out. I will love you, whatever it is you offer, right? Maybe it's something fancy. Hey, you can have whatever you like, right? Maybe it's something like that. But the point of the matter is to say that the best way to get someone interested in doing business with you is very similar to the best way to get someone to want to sleep with you. You have to help them understand how they're going to benefit from the transaction. And then if you do that, then at that point, you don't have to make a sale anymore. They're going to actually want to get with you. Right. So I hope that helps. Therese says, I love the way you use fitness to explain finances. That literally just came to me, but it is an accurate analogy. I hope I didn't get too weird, with the sex analogy, but I do think it applies. And in fact, most financial concepts are things you've already known your whole life. It's just I'm formalizing it for you, as a professor. So let me shout out those who made donations to the platform. Let me see here. I want to say thank you to Nikki Proctor Walden, Q&A Higher Education and Corporate Consulting LLC. That's Q&A Higher Education Corporate Consulting LLC. Nikki Proctor Walden. All right. And then thank you for your support from Joshua Gibson, tradesman. He's a self-employed tradesman. Good for you, brother. Joshua Gibson. He's a self-employed tradesman, and I think trades are just the best ever. So don't overlook the trades, man, because I know I paid my plumber enough money to fund NASA for a year. I'm telling you that. So anyway, I'm going to go hit the thumbs up button. Please hit the thumbs up button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button. Also, don't forget, pretty soon we have lectures and really great events online for estate planning if you want to plan your estate and make sure that you are good in that area. You can also learn how to make money as a government contractor. And we have an event in New Orleans coming up, and then we have other events coming up in DC. I'm trying to get Dr. Claude Anderson to join me in DC in February, etc. So go to drboyceseminars.com if you want to find out about our events. That's drboyceseminars.com. And if you want your children to get started in our Black Business School for Children, you can go to blackmillionairesoftomorrow.com. That's blackmillionairesoftomorrow.com. All right, guys. So let's see. I think somebody else make a donation real quick. Let me see if I caught everybody. Okay, I got everybody. Good. All right, guys. I got to run. I got a meeting I'm late for. So you guys have a good day. And my manager's email address is manager@boycewatkins.com. But just if you send her an email at manager@boycewatkins.com, just make sure you're quick to the point. And again, you apply some of what I just said about, economic empathy and kind of understanding like our time is limited, our staff is small. So if the email's too long, or you don't get to the point, or there's no mutual benefit that's 100% clear, or it's not a solid thing that's already sort of moving along, she's probably not going to be able to respond. Okay. So I just want to make sure I state that clearly so that everybody kind of gets it. If we're not ignoring you, it's just we get so much stuff we can't keep up with everything a lot of times. All right, guys. So I'm out of here. Have a good day. I'll see you soon. Take care. Peace.